A video shows serial DWI offender James Preston Green calling Bexar County DA Nico LaHood his lawyer. The family of a San Antonio woman with mental illness, jailed for misdemeanor trespassing, files suit against Bexar County. And the community rebuilds a West Side home destroyed by fire. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Monday, December 24th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. Nearly a year ago, James Preston Green rammed his Kia Soul into a Toyota Camry at high speed on Wurzbach Parkway, then fled on foot before being captured. His blood alcohol content was more than twice the legal limit, and he already was on probation for a previous felony DWI in Guadalupe County. But as he rode to jail in the back of a patrol car the night of January 13th, an officer asked him who his lawyer was, with Green replying Nico LaHood, identifying the Bexar County District Attorney by name. Green can be heard in police dashcam video continuing the conversation.
How about that for my fucking lawyer? That's my fucking lawyer, Nico LaHood. Yeah, that's what I'll fucking call.
9 months later, on October 24th, prosecutors in LaHood's office recommended probation for Green in a deal where he pleaded no contest to felony DWI in the Wurzbach Parkway crash. While it was his fourth DWI conviction, as part of the plea bargain, 2 felony counts of family violence were dismissed, and Green was sentenced to 6 years of community supervision. That same day, his father, Jimmy Green, a prominent businessman and philanthropist, attended a men's Bible study led by Bexar County DA Nico LaHood. The owner of J. Green Jewelers in Stone Oak says his relationship with LaHood played no role in how his son's criminal case was handled, and LaHood's office claims the DA was never directly involved in the younger Green's case. But San Antonio Express News Metro columnist Brian Chasnoff says the emergence of James Preston Green's arrest video raises fresh questions about whether the jeweler's son received preferential treatment. LaHood was defeated in the March Democratic primary by defense attorney Joe Gonzalez, and next week is LaHood's last in office. Gonzalez will be sworn in January 1st. On July 17th, Janice Dotson Stevens, a San Antonio woman with a history of mental illness, stood outside the Mount Zion elder community on San Antonio's east side, adamantly telling the police she wouldn't leave, and in her words, the only place she would go was jail. Officers obliged and arrested Dotson Stevens on a Class B misdemeanor charge of criminal trespass, booking her into Bexar County Jail with a $300 bail, meaning she likely could have been bonded out for about $30. But the 61-year-old would remain an inmate at the Bexar County Jail until her death almost 5 months later, and her family now says they had no idea where she was until she died. While family members know Dotson Stevens appears to have refused to cooperate with authorities at almost every juncture, they question why they weren't notified of her arrest, given her long history of mental illness. Since her December 14th death, Dotson Stevens' family has been left to wonder why she was detained for so long, and are concerned the same tragedy could befall other families. Now the family has filed a civil rights lawsuit against Bexar County Pretrial Services, and the University Health System. Find more details on this case at expressnews.com. And Saturday, Katie Cole received the keys to a new home Good Samaritans call an example of what love can accomplish. 4 years ago, only charred remnants of Cole's home stood at the address on Poplar Street after an electrical fire destroyed a house that had been in her family for generations. Cole's insurance company then canceled her home policy when she couldn't pay for a new roof. And while the city wanted the home demolished, she didn't have the money to have the house razed. But the West End Housing Initiative then stepped in and created Katie's Project, with a group spending a year getting paperwork and permits together, along with engineers and architects who donated their time, eventually breaking ground on the new home in late May. Cole's first steps into the one-story structure Saturday afternoon also served as a public invitation to attend Project Katie's first open house. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Monday, December 24th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.